Buddy's just casually the human equivalent of the daddy long legs. He's like, go gadget, foot to the face, be up. Yo, where was he when we needed him?
What?
What was that reaction? At this point, it's crystal clear what the main My Hero Academia's biggest flaw is. And that is the underutilization of Captain Celebrity. And before you comment, Brandon, you're just taking... No, I'm not. After witnessing the single greatest episode of My Hero Academia's history, the glory of the dumbass known as Captain freaking Celebrity. This man introduced himself. Top 10 American hero, mind you. He T-bones a guy flying... This is dumbass Superman, who cheats on his wife every other day of the week. Why that woman didn't divorce him and take half his money, I don't understand. The number of times this guy... You would think someone who continuously signs over an All Might sweater that's like limited edition saying my signature is more valid, like you couldn't top that level of arrogance. Whether it was him looking at the camera dead serious, I don't carry men, I only carry women. Truly the straightest character around, am I right? The way he says what, just so... I can't even explain what that did, but that like tingled something in my brain to make me laugh harder than I can remember in some time. And that's saying something, given the latest episode of Witch Watch I thought was the funniest shit I've seen all year, but now I'm second guessing myself. See, at first I was like, man, you know, as much as I love this show and how it's set in the world of My Hero before like the show started, I'm like, how could you introduce someone like Captain freaking Celebrity and not have him being a reoccurring regular in the main show? Because even though this manga started later into the main manga's runtime, you know, the main series was still being written around the time this character was introduced. And I was like, oh wait, he's an American character, so he's probably not always in Japan, huh? Either way, we thought Star and Stripes was gonna be like the number one, like, oh man, like look at this badass. No. The Crimson Chin over here. Captain freaking Celebrity, the parody of Superman done in this way. And how when his wife realizes that he's still being a cheating asshole, he then has to change his appearance. So then he only starts carrying men and then sends the proof. I'm surprised this man didn't send himself at a gay bathhouse, because the way he was building into this, I'm surprised we didn't see him getting his cheeks clapped and sending that as proof that he wasn't touching women anymore. This guy has to be the single worst and best character all in one. There's so many characters in the main show that fans have been like, oh, this should get a spin-off. Like, just focus on him. Just focus on her, right? And I used to be right there with everyone. But after this episode, I need a full-ass season focused on the worldwide tour of Captain freaking Celebrity. And if you seriously think I'm taking the piss and joking, I'm not. I am being 100% serious. My current biggest issue with My Hero is the fact that there isn't enough of this asshole. Like, he's the worst, but he's so bad he's good. I'm truly convinced, had Knuckle Duster not popped Stain so hard that he turned into a villain, I think the existence of someone like Captain Celebrity roaming the streets would have turned this man into the hero killer. Because he is literally everything that represents what's wrong with hero society. All for the money, all for the fame, all for the power, nothing about the people. Like, Captain Celebrity could, like, hold probably 15 people in one go and save them, but if they're not all women, he wouldn't do it. Like, they literally confirm he has multiple crimes and allegations against him. He is objectively the worst. Like, he is not a good person. He is actually an asshole. But for a character to follow in a show is hilarious. The amount of joy Vigilantes is bringing me is so great. And I know people are watching it as their first introduction into My Hero. They haven't really watched the main series. There's people who obviously have watched it and are watching this. Whether or not you like Vigilantes more or less, it seems like the universal opinion is this shit's fun, which is all My Hero ever needs to be. And that's been my consistent opinion about the main show, is even in its worst seasons, it was always fun. Yeah, like manga readers outraged, this, that, and the third, but let's be honest, when is the anime community not outraged by something to begin with? And while there was legitimate criticisms from sane-minded people who just were like, hey, I wasn't a big fan of the production, or I find this arc more boring, I think your average watcher, given the popularity of the show not really dipping that much throughout like 8 or 9 years, really says that this show has remained that fun factor. But there's different levels of fun factor. There's intensity, bloodshed, oh my god, world ending, kind of fun, might even argue filler arcs, and then just like the general show. But at the end of the day, My Hero's always been baseline fun. For me personally, this is like the greatest example of how My Hero's world can be fun. Now, we've already gotten a taste of the more brutal side of the show too, but the fact that you can have an episode like this exists, I'm just having a great ass time. Like, this is so good. It's already confirmed that this is already getting a second season, so, you know, if you're worried they're not going to adapt the full thing, yeah, they are. I still don't know how many seasons it would need because it is a lot shorter. It seems like the general consensus is 3 seasons would probably cover the full show, given that it's a very short series. But either way, knowing that season 2 is being worked on, that this isn't going to be a one-off thing, that they're very clearly, since the main show is going to be ending this year, right? I think the last season comes out. Either way, they need to move on, and they'll probably still do movies and stuff, and, you know, My Hero's gonna survive for a little bit anyway. But I had fun. Like, it's so fascinating, and I don't say this as an insult. Going from 2B Hero X to this, such a whiplash of enjoyment, but in such a great way. You have 2B Hero X, which is just the pinnacle of what superhero storytelling can be. Dark, gritty, depressing, leaves you absolutely beat. And then Monday morning comes around and I'm out here laughing my ass off over Discount Superman and his sexual allegations against him. Like, it's a great palate cleanser, and they're 2 shows doing 2 very different things, but I love both of them, man. Like, this is the type of show right now that if I quit doing YouTube, I didn't really do YouTube anymore. I didn't need to, didn't want to. It's episodes like these that would still have me come up here once in a while to make a video just to be like, why didn't Deku get trained by this guy instead of All Might? Screw All Might. This was who was the real mentor. Oh my goodness, you let me know your thoughts. I think a lot of people will hate this douchebag, and I get it, but if you're like me, you're gonna hate him and love him all at the same time because he's just the worst and it makes him the best. But your thoughts, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course ring that bell. We also have the Patreon where we got the full live reactions over there exclusively, and hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Audiosium, XC Gaming 08, Earl Swanson, Jan Peterson, Hune, Zeekster, Michael Latham, Sleeping Knight, Riptide, Valorix, and we also have David Story. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. You know, have a good one.